remember when you see someone online or in real life that has something that looks so good and so easy and I just want that. Remember that most likely there was a lot of work before that. Most things that are sustainable and lasting, whether it be relationships or whether it be fitness or whether it be success in online business, require work. Sometimes things come easy and can last for a while, like relationships, for example, that appear to be great and easy, and there's not the foundation there, there's not the work, and it doesn't last. The same can be true of business. Embrace the journey of all that goes into creating something amazing and successful and lasting and aligned, and how rewarding that can feel, and what a shame it would be to give up before you get there.
Hey mama, I'm Ashley, and this is the Maverick Mompreneur Podcast, where you're free and encouraged to own your desire to create and scale an impactful, discoverable online brand and business in the midst of motherhood. A business that's aligned with your mission, lifestyle desires, personality, and zone of genius without wasting your time on the hustle and grind hamster wheel that is social media. Can I get an amen? Sis, you are a maverick, an original, willing to stand out in your authenticity, defy expectations, and do life and business outside the box. In our world, if it's not aligned with who we are, it's a hard pass or a brave pivot. So if you're here for the powerful identity shift and transformation from boss babe or boss mom to aligned CEO, building a one-of-a-kind, influential, hustle-free online business that will produce long-term impact and multiple streams of income through SEO, affiliate marketing, and courses while building yourself in the process, well, pop in those AirPods, grab that cup of coffee or glass of wine, and let's get growing.
Hello. Welcome back to the Maverick Mompreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley, and I am so glad you're here listening for another episode. I believe this is episode 144. Whoop, whoop. And I am recording this episode from my bed. Yes, literally laying down. I hope that the sound quality comes out okay. I obviously have never done this, but here we are. If you didn't listen to the last episode or you haven't been following over on the socials on either my Facebook page, because I believe my stories share from Instagram, but mainly Instagram, I've shared that I hurt my back about a month ago. It's actually been 4.25 weeks, but who's counting besides me every second? But anyway, we are in the phase of back pain now where there's actually not a lot of actual back pain. I have shooting nerve pain, which runs from the top of my glute, my butt, basically all the way down through my leg into my foot. And my foot is most of the time numb. So shooting fiery leg pain and a dead feeling foot. If you've ever had pins and needles, it's like that, but like times 20. And if I'm laying down for long enough, when I stand up, I can walk around for about 2, maybe 3 minutes, gingerly walk around, and then this starts up again. So we're dealing with that. So I really want to continue to show up. And honestly, it's been a bit tough on my mental health with just being immobilized and being in pain. And it's definitely made an impact in that way. But I am determined to continue to show up. I don't have to. Not that I don't have to show up, not that I don't have to do any work, but I am at a phase in my business, and with the way that I have my business set up for passive revenue and passive sales, I don't have a ton of active work that I must do to maintain my business. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean I can just not work, but I love working. I love creating. And it's been really hard for me mentally to not be doing that. Human design, I'm a generator. And so to not be generating much of anything has just been really difficult. And I think that sometimes in leadership, we shy away from sharing our experiences in the difficult parts. But I want to lead from the front and lead from laying in my bed if I must, and share with you some encouragement today. today, ironically, we're going to talk about the things that get to be easy in life or in business. For me, in my life, have always come as a result of hard work, and sometimes really, really hard work. The type where many people, and myself included, would consider or give up before they get to that easy. But I'm coming to you from a place of super gratitude for not giving up on one of those particular examples, setting up a passive income system for my business, because without that, this situation would be so much more dire and stressful, because I would be having to navigate, firstly, if I didn't have my business where I was working for myself online, I would be having to take out on either disability or take a lot of my paid time off. I would be leaving people in a lurch, I'm thinking of my former career as a special education program coordinator. I would have to run cases by someone else to run my IEP meetings for me and all kinds of hullabaloo. It would have been absolute chaos. Jumping in really quick with a reminder, if you haven't checked out already, there is a link in the show notes to my ultimate low ticket online business bundle. That is the 4 components that make up my full business model. So when I'm talking about experiencing ease, that's all the work that I bundled up and can save you massive amounts of time and work. There's 4 components. 1, there's the low ticket toolkit method. That is so that you can create a very high converting front end digital product. And again, this applies to any niche. I have tested probably a dozen plus front end products, and just save yourself time and effort. Follow exactly what I say in low ticket toolkit method, and you will have a toolkit ready to go in as little as a couple of hours. I also include in that bundle sales page and a snap. I have a sales page template. If you use Kajabi or you decide to use Kajabi, you could literally just swipe it. But I also give you the high converting sales page copy that truly allows for your whole funnel and therefore passive sales to be unlocked. That is probably the most valuable offer I've put out, and that is included in the bundle. Then there's Passive Digital Product Funnel Lab. This is literally everything you need to build a funnel from start to finish, including email marketing, including setting up and testing your pages, all of those technical components all in one place. And I walk you through click by click. We also go over branding. That course is so good. And then last but not least, Revenue Amplifier, which is more of an advanced strategy for when you're ready. If that's not you right this second, you're going to add on to that over time and build out your upsell funnel so that you can truly experience the ease of passive revenue in your brand alongside whatever it is that you're doing. So check out the ultimate low ticket online business bundle. This is what is working in 2024 going into 2025. So I'm excited for you to snag that at a deeply discounted rate for bundling it all together at an exclusive podcast listener price point. So check out the show notes. There's a link there, and I'll see you inside. And even if I had my former business model where I had tons of one-on-one calls or group calls all the time, or I was relying on showing up daily in stories or on social media in order to generate sales, this would also be really, really stressful. But I've continued to generate sales and be able to do my thing every day while I'm dealing with this. And although this is not pleasant, I'm just so thankful for that. But that is as a result of a ton of work. And I started thinking about this concept because I was working with a client, and she's at the beginning of her journey of building her passive income system for her business so that she can focus on showing up, creating traffic, driving traffic to her funnel. And for her, she wants to do that in the same way that I do, through a combination of organic and paid traffic. But she's at the beginning of her journey, and we were just talking about how much testing and how much time and tweaking goes into having a successful passive income funnel with your own products, with your own offers, but how worth it is. And so I was encouraging her and just sharing some of my journey. And I think sometimes we don't share the behind the scenes of how much went into what seems to look easy. And I think that's doing a disservice to anyone that's in my world if I don't do that. And so I was just thinking of a few of the examples of how this is the case. And you'll have to let me know. I would love to have this actual discussion. I hope this episode is more of just that, like you're hanging out with me and we're having a discussion about things in our life that but we're grateful for going through the hard times because now we get to enjoy the fruits of that hard. And one of the main things that I was thinking about was obviously my business and how much has gone into that, how many years, how much time, how much money, how much effort, how much studying, failing, being seen starting small, being seen starting over, ups, downs, testing a million different creatives, a million different things to see what was going to work, getting help, hiring coaches, taking courses, all of these things. But now I have this ease. And sometimes it's almost hard to accept that, right? But then I think about, no, easy is earned. Another example of this is my relationship. And I'm so incredibly grateful for my partner. He's amazing. And we've been together for 2 years now, over 2 years actually. And he's just the biggest blessing. And our relationship is just so calm. It's a place of safety and care and love and support. And I literally did not think that that was possible. He's just been so supportive, especially when I'm in a season where I literally have nothing to give. I cannot even move or walk. And he is so wonderful, not complaining once, not thinking about himself or what he's getting or not getting, just there to help, comes anytime he can to help out with the puppy, with Taylor, with the house. He does my dishes and laundry and just out of partnership. And I would do the same for him. And he's just the perfect person for me, but that didn't come easily either. That came as a result, and this is for all of my single ladies, this came as a result of a lot of work, a lot of self-work first and foremost, to be able to recognize and receive and maintain and give back to a partner like this. Came as a result of a lot of therapy, self-reflection, pretty brutal work, self-work, allowing God to work in me and change me and heal me, a lot of healing. It also came as the result of the type of healing that can only happen in a safe relationship, which I had not had previously. And that took a good year of both of us, both he and I, healing, being on our own healing journeys, reflecting, reading books, therapy, working through the kinks of healing that, again, can only be done, in my experience, in a healthy, safe, loving relationship. And then obviously it goes without saying, what I have to compare this current state of a relationship to is something quite different. And I won't go into details, but it just makes me so grateful that, in fact, safe, calm, supportive, loyal, gentle, unwavering love does really exist. And that came, again, this ease in relationship came as a result of a lot of work. And then one additional example, this is more of a physical example, but it's another that came to mind, is I used to be really strong. I was really freaking strong. I was very into CrossFit and Olympic lifting and all of those things, and the gymnastics side of CrossFit. And I fell in love with putting in work in order to be able to perform and to do something that just felt and looked and just was really cool. And I know that sounds cheesy, but that was really my motivation at the time. It just was fun and it felt good to accomplish something, and it felt really good to put in hard work and then be able to do something. And one of the examples that now seems like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. Now I'm 41 at the time when I was doing this. I was in my late 20s, and these things called muscle ups. So a muscle up is essentially where you're hanging on to a set of rings and they're on these straps. They're suspended from the ceiling, and you basically kip your body up and you muscle up your body and extend your elbows, and there you are up on top of the rings. If you've watched gymnastics, you've probably seen it. Well, for a normal human who's not a gymnast, and especially for a human who is 5'10", this is not an easy feat. And so I did, however, work super hard, and I was able to do muscle ups, like several in a row. And although I can't do those now, I look back and being able to see, videos of me doing a muscle up that looks easy was as a result of anything but ease, right? A lot of sore muscles, a lot of nutritional discipline to be lean enough to be able to muscle up a big old 5'10" and body. That took a lot of effort, but it was so much fun. And it did get to feel easy, but we can't forget about all the work that was on the front side of that. Saying all of that to say this, remember when you see someone online or in real life that has something that looks so good and so easy and I just want that. Remember that most likely there was a lot of work before that. Most things that are sustainable and lasting, whether it be relationships or whether it be fitness or whether it be success in online business, require work. Sometimes things come easy and can last for a while, like relationships, for example, that appear to be great and easy, and there's not the foundation there, there's not the work, and it doesn't last. The same can be true of business, right? And so my message here is just that we embrace working hard. We embrace the journey of all that goes into creating something amazing and successful and lasting and aligned, and how great that can feel and how rewarding that can feel. And what a shame it would be to give up before you get there. And so I'm always telling my members and my clients, and you hear on the podcast today, to really celebrate the journey all along the way. And this is such a huge part of it, because if you can fall in love with the journey and every step along the way, not just the part that gets to feel easy and successful, you're going to get to that part eventually, and you're going to enjoy the process. And I think that's so important, and it's how we stay in the game for the long term. So the next time you see me or anyone else who seems to be crushing it and like, oh my gosh, they're making daily passive sales, I want to do that, I'm going to jump right in and do it. Well, if it doesn't happen right away, remember, it will, but everyone is at a different phase of their journey. Everyone is at a different starting point, and I don't know how much work any one individual person has put into their personal development, their brand development, their business development, their skill set development. There can be someone who comes in and takes a course of mine and way outperforms anything I do because they've got a larger audience or any number of things. But don't give up because results don't show right away or things don't all of a sudden feel easy, because that's just not how it works. So I guess that's all I want to say is ease is earned, and things do get to be easy. They really do. And I think in points in my life, I've thought it's never going to be easy. I'm never going to have a healthy relationship that's not abusive. Like, what is going on? I see other people making sales easily. Why doesn't that happen for me? Well, it does. It does get to be that way, but it requires a lot of work and dedication to the journey. So I hope that was encouraging. It's a little weird recording from a prone position, so I'm sure my voice sounds kind of funky. I'm nervous about editing this one, but thank you so much for listening today. I have tons of episodes for 2025 coming up. I'm excited for year 4. We're going into our 4th full year of the podcast, and we're still going strong. I still want to show up every single week with value for you, with lessons, with trainings that most people would charge for, that I just want to give to you, because this is my passion, is helping more women to make more money online so that they have options. That is incredibly important to me, that you have the option to live freely, to make the choices for your life, for your kids, for your sanity, for your bank account, and all of those things that align with your values, your well-being, etc., without getting on my soapbox. So until the next episode, embrace the journey, enjoy every step, know that you're right where you're supposed to be, and that your ease will come. And if your ease has come, enjoy the heck out of it. Don't feel guilty that something gets to feel easy. I think that's another struggle, and I didn't even touch on that in this episode, but gosh, embrace the ease if it's there. Enjoy. You deserve it. We all do, and heaven knows, at least I know, that if you are experiencing ease, it is most likely because you have been through some stuff, you have put in the work, you are living and doing life and business and relationships consciously, and that's what a lot of people do not do. So kudos to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I will chat with you next week. Until then, cheers to your impact.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a ton of value. And if you did, I would really appreciate if you would rate, subscribe, and review this podcast. It really helps push out the message that I have to share with other female entrepreneurs. Thank you so much.